Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to Shade in the City. Yeah, y'all, I'm sorry. I did not mean to run that countdown 3 times. It was not supposed to do all that. But hopefully it gave everybody a time to come into the room. Hopefully you've hit the like button already. So you can make the algorithm do what it do and help me out and tell the people that we're here. Okay. And y'all know what we're here to get into, okay? Beyond the Gates, season 1, episode 124. This was today's episode, and I'm going live because that's how much fire was burning in me. Okay. And y'all know when I get fired up, y'all know how I do when I get fired up. So I said, you know what? Let me just go. And I missed y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's been a week. Damn, I missed y'all for real. So, but like I said, please, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Make sure if you are not already and you are a new viewer, please go ahead and subscribe. Hey, Sweet Pea, Treese, I just finished watching 5 minutes ago. Okay, good, perfect timing. I just finished watching just in time. Okay, so we were all on the same thing. Okay, I had just finished watching it for the second time. Because I wanted to make sure I came up here correct with y'all. Okay. Hey, DeMarcus, welcome. So yeah, y'all, I'm about to run this intro and then we're gonna do things a little bit differently. So this is a live one and it's only one show. I mean, yeah, it's only one episode, but yeah, so I'm gonna add some new things in and I even got a little story time for y'all. Okay. But anyway, yeah, let me go ahead, run this intro, and when I get back, we're gonna get right into it, y'all. Let's get shady. All right. Hey, princess. Welcome, boo. Sweet Pea, you at the 24-hour braid shop. Are you talking about the I don't know if you are you in the DMV? Are you at Nadine's, the one that everybody be so hype about? I ain't trying to put out your location. That's the only 24-hour one that I know of around these parts, if you around here. Steven, hey, what's up? DeMarcus, Treese, could you see Jenna, aka the original Aunt Viv, and in Beyond the Gate? I guess I could see Aunt Viv in Beyond the Gates. Absolutely. Melody, I don't know. I don't know. Again, because I've only seen Melody on reality TV, I've never seen her act. Does that make sense? Like, I know she does like Tubi movies and stuff, but I've never seen her act. So I don't know if I would want her on Beyond the Gates. Hey, Harold, what's up, boo? What's up? Elaine, welcome. Okay, so you buy the old Six Flags. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So first off, we're gonna get into it with the church announcements, y'all. Members only. I've decided we're rescheduling to Fridays. Okay, we're moving over to Fridays only because football is back on. And if you're a football girly like myself, I'm not gonna compete with Thursday night football, partially because I need to watch it. Okay. So yeah, I love y'all. Small little adjustment in what we doing, but yeah, move on. And I think it's easier because people still getting up for work Friday morning, getting kids ready to school. So at least you can chill out a bit, unless you get one of them parents that just got a whole bunch of activities Saturday morning. Then I feel for you. Okay. Hey, Blatant Truth. I ain't even see you sneak in here. Hey, boo. All right. So also, thank you so much again for helping us reach our milestone of 2K. Let's keep growing and glowing. Okay. So we are going to have a live on Wednesday to celebrate that. Don't forget, y'all, Chelsea Cat is dropping in 21 days. They sent me my reminder email the other day with the they getting ready to send me the pre-sale link. So I'll let y'all know when I get it, but I really think that y'all should go put your email in the thing, okay? Because I feel like it's going to sell out. That's just my opinion. Okay. Now, oh yes, this has been a long week layover. Absolutely. Hey, Corey, I didn't see you coming to the building. Cleo, Stillers is my team. Right. Didn't y'all beat or did y'all lose? I don't know. I don't remember. I remember seeing y'all play, and that's so sad. I be watching Red Zone. I just be looking for the action. I don't be like dedicated to one game unless it's my team. So I forgot who y'all played, but hey, Kenya, welcome, welcome. So let's do a quick story time, right? So y'all, I'm just sitting here. Oh, bye, Demarcus. Why do you always have to be on the wrong side of history? Um, but yes, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, "Hail to the commanders." He has to troll because that's what he likes to do. Tanya said the Jets. Okay, okay, got you, got you. And you know what's so funny? Now that you say that, my boo is a Jets fan, right? So we have a good old time here in this house because it's Giants versus Jets. Thank God we don't ever play each other though. But we both suck right now. So I mean, we kind of in the same boat. Thank you, Princess. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Elaine, for the super $3 super sticker. I really appreciate it. So y'all, I'm sorry. Let's get to the story. So I'm sitting here Saturday, just minding my good business, right? And I just happen to be on TikTok. And so I'm scrolling, and of course, on my For You page pops up who y'all think I'm talking about. Okay. So Brianna Roberts pops up and she's on live, right? So I'm thinking, if you know me, I will hide in the bushes in somebody's chat. I do it all the time on YouTube. Please don't get it twisted. I am always in somebody's bushes. All right. So I'm sitting there in the bushes, and then, she was just kind of talking and kind of getting bored. So I was like, let me kind of engage with her in the chat. And shout out to Erica Vane, because she was also in that chat as well. So we in there, and she's like, yo, you should check out Shadeinthecity. Now, my thing is, I don't be in people chat promoting myself. I don't really necessarily think that's like right to do. So unless somebody says it, so that's why I said shout out to you, Erica, because I really appreciated that plug. And so Allison literally, and I wasn't ready. Again, I'm just chilling. Okay. So she's like, drop the link, send her the video. And so Allison decides that she's going to do like a live reaction to my reenactment of her. Y'all, can I tell you how like excited I was? She absolutely did it. And she actually appreciated. She said, I did a good job reenacting her. So thank you for giving me my flowers, Brianna. And then I found out that we're like almost twins. Like her birthday is the day before mine. Our families are kind of from the same area. It was actually really kind of scary. And maybe that's why I can do this so well. Okay. But yeah, so shout out to Brianna. And she's obviously following the channel now, following us on the social platform. So I appreciate her support and giving us a little shout out on that live. All right, y'all. Next, I wanted to do, since I spent so much time on live today, well, not live, but Twitter, I wanted to do my top 10 tweets of the day, y'all, because this is what really got me fired up. It was the people. It was y'all, the people, that got me fired up. So I am going to share my screen here. Let me know if y'all can see it. Just drop a yes in the chat if you can see my screen. And I'm going to turn mine off so I don't freeze. Thank you, Kamara. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, I was very surprised. She was like, no, you did a good job. And it was funny because I felt bad because I was like, oh, she's going to feel like I'm making fun of her. And she was like, girl, I already know you're going to come for my eyes. Like, that's a given, right? That's, of course. So I was happy that she was a good sport about it. All right, y'all. So let's read the first one here. This comes from Days Geek. It says, Eva hasn't cared how Ted's actions have hurt Nicole or his other kids for months. He's given her money for her mama, but the minute he gives Leslie a taste of her own medicine, Eva has a problem with him. Simple Ted should have listened to his princess cat. Now, I absolutely agree with that, okay? And that is exactly why I bookmarked that tweet, okay? Because thank you. You have great points. And there's several of them that are like this, okay? So if you are in the I'm here to cape for Eva club, you are probably not in the wrong place. Or actually, you know what? I'll say this. We ain't gonna, you welcome here, okay? But please understand, all your comments should start with, I know Eva is wrong. No but behind it. Just start it with, I know Eva is wrong. And then you can put however else you feel. I think that's the best suggestion for you, okay? Because this ain't the crowd. All right. I am Sky. I wish she was here. Unfortunately, she said she can't make it tonight, but she said all that ish Leslie been doing, and raggedy arse Eva calls herself mad at Ted for getting 1/8 of his lick back. Right. Isn't it ironic? It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, this one had me going. Also, Frida, I don't even know what she did this time. And this was in reaction to my tweet, but I'm already agreeing. She's trash, just like her wig. All right. Yes. I love it. I love it. Moving on. Melanated Mermaid said, I know Leslie not talking about humiliation when she reveled in Nicole's humiliation. Girl, this is just a small dose of the karma that you deserve. Very well said. Very well said, boo. Sky again said, this attempt to humanize her ain't shaking me one bit. She's upset that the married man she slept with set her up to be embarrassed by the wife he cheated on with her. Nah, next. All right, y'all. So I love those. Those were one of my favorites or some of my favorites from today. Look, Princess said, I agree with that one as well. Let me see what y'all talking about. Harold, Treese, I think you would be pleased to know that I was over Eva on today's episode. Oh, see, Harold, that's why you over here. I knew it. I told y'all. Nitra said, good evening, everyone. Just want to say F Eva and her mama. Okay. I think we all feel the same way. Yolanda said, Eva is outrageous, shaking my head. She cannot be trusted. I told y'all. Thank y'all for the comments. I ain't even, look, we welcome you, but we gonna eat you up, okay? And there was another one. I'm not gonna put it back on the screen, but there was another one from Big Heavy 26, and he said Eva has been the problem since day one. Even though I believe Kat is a mean girl, she has always been right about Eva, and he's clearly an Eva fan. So that's why I said, if you an Eva fan, you need to come over here with that type of energy, okay? Just say she is wrong. Okay, and then we can live peacefully. We ain't always gotta agree, but we can live peacefully, in this land. All right. How in the world can Eva throw Ted out of the luxury hotel room that her daddy is paying for because her mama put her out? Kamara, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand it either, but it happened. And I don't understand it. And that was another tweet that I saw that was like, you know what? You need to cut off her room. She needs to get called down to the front desk and then find out that basically they about to put her stuff out of that room because Ted ain't paid for it. And look, let her mama do it. Her mama got money. Get somebody else to do it. Okay. Harold said Leslie manipulates Eva. She claims to know her mama so well, but she can't see how she weaponizes her emotions or lack thereof against her. Harold, I told you. I've been said I can give y'all the beginning and she has Stockholm syndrome and all this other stuff. I can get you feeling bad. I understand when you are dealing with a narcissist or just being manipulated like that. I can absolutely understand how you could be stuck. However, that don't mean you got to remain that way. That don't mean you got to stay stuck. And the fact that she's allowing her to stay stuck and the fact that she's acting ignorant to who her mother is, I think is what pisses us off the most. Because she knows who she is. This isn't new. This didn't just pop up. But anyway, look, there go Princess. That's a whole grown woman. She can't be manipulated, Princess. She's been doing this since she was a kid. So I am going to give her some grace, but I get what you're saying. Kamara said, I want to call Leslie Old Witchy Poo, the Wicked Witch of the West, but I didn't want to be too indignant. You stupid. All right, Elaine, if you want to click your button and we're going to get into it. Also, last thing, but you can still click your button, Elaine, when you're ready. But last thing, how y'all feel about the new Jacob's brother, Isaiah Hawthorne? I think I was like, okay, they listening. We finally getting a new, eye candy so I can stop drooling over Andre because that is not it anymore. All right. But because remember, he gives PME. So I hope this new man don't come in. But maybe we need the men to give PME because there's so few of them. But anyway, So I'm excited about seeing. He is fine. Thank you, Tony. Tanya. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tanya. I want him for Cat. I absolutely was getting ready to say the same thing. Cat needs somebody because no mas is not it. All right. Eva is her mother's daughter, manipulative and trying to steal Cat's man. Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. I already said that. I always said that, Yolanda. I have never changed, and that's why I'll give people grace, and I'll be like, oh, in this moment, I feel bad for her. But literally since day one, my foot has been on her neck. But I will say, and my people can tell you in the chat, in the comments, I'm usually very fair over here. Everybody can get it. I hold everybody accountable over here. Okay, there really are no favorites. I didn't gave Anita the business, Nicole the business, Vernon. Everybody can get it. Okay, especially if you're Ethel and you got a bad wig, you can absolutely get it. Oh, you said good afternoon. Is it still afternoon where you at, Xavier? It's evening over here, baby. But good evening. Good evening. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping through. Um, oh, Harold. It's supposed to be. I should have had a picture ready for y'all. I apologize. But the gentleman's name is David. Is it Lamy Freebay? He's supposed to be, if you go through my thread, Harold, on Twitter, you'll find it. But he's supposed to be playing Isaiah Hawthorne, Jacob's brother. And so everybody wants him to be, with Cat. Because of course, everybody keep trying to put Jacob and Cat together. So at least give him a brother. So that makes more sense. And we ain't sitting around here looking at Cat like she's 4-H. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So look, he said, let me go look. All right, so let's get into this recap, y'all. So basically, and like I said, Elaine, I don't know if you heard me. You can click your button at any moment, boo. All right, but let's see where we at. I do have a couple screenshots for y'all. Not too much, not too much, not too much. All right, so we finally see, the family. They all sitting around. They waiting for Chelsea. Oh, we want her to be home, and we miss her. All that good stuff. And Vernon is on the phone with his homeboy, the FBI homeboy, and he's like, look, y'all not moving fast enough. So then Haley shows up with this photo that I guess Chelsea had drew of her and Danny that Bill had told her to get out of the back of the closet or something like that. Am I understanding that right? And then I thought it was going to be like a real photo of like her and Danny. So when I saw it was that she drew like some stuff that my 7-year-old son does, I was like, oh. I mean, I guess it was heartwarming and endearing, but oh, okay. But yeah, so anyway, they get a call from Kat. She said, I'm on the way to the crazy cabin cottage that we found out Allison inherited. And so yeah, we about to take us down there and we got the ad. And so, Vernon's like, hold on, no. I feel like, that might be dangerous. Slow down. Why don't you let me call my FBI friends? And she was like, nah, we ain't got time, granddad. But he was like, send me the address so I can send them, behind you type stuff. And so, yeah, we know. And then, of course, we're like, she's like, Jacob, watch out for the truck. And, and then they lose connection because they're in the middle of nowhere in Virginia. And unfortunately, that's very likely to happen. So, yeah, any thoughts on pretty much like that? I feel like that was really like the first 5 minutes. Cat can't handle all that, man. Give him to Eva. Xavier, are you gonna be one of them people we're gonna have to go at today, Xavier? Princess said, I'm sorry, but I think that manipulation card is played out. Oh, y'all really going in over here. Don't be shocked if Eva goes after Tomas 100% now that Tiny Ted has hurt her mama. It's going to be all out war for them. Now the new world order is over, okay? Nah, Jacob and Catherine would be considered incest. That's what people keep trying to put out this narrative, Harold. I don't like it either, but people keep trying to put it out there. Hey, outspoken diva, how you doing? Hey, Sharice, what's up? Oh, well, that's okay. You can always go back and watch my recaps. Kamara, yes, Lord. The new guy is gorgeous. I'm hoping he will give Kat the education she needs. Oh, I know what you saying, Kamara. Okay. Okay. Remember, Ted told Eva, be careful what you ask for. Eva thinks Tomas is it. Oh, that does sound promising for Kat. I wish people would stop talking about Kat and Jacob hooking up. It's ridiculous. They're cousins. My cousins' spouses are my cousins. Thank you, Yolanda. I've been shouting that out. Haley and her bundles bought that tired piece of Love you, Xavier. Twitter is a treasure. Please look at hashtag Beyond the Gates. Yes, yes. Hello, everyone new here. I love me some Beyond the Gates. Hey, welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm just trying to catch up to all your comments. And let's welcome to the stage one of my favorite virtual guest hosts. Elaine is here. Welcome, Elaine. Can you hear me? Oh, she's on mute. All right, so I'll keep going through the comments. No, Jacob and Kat, no. Can we leave that to the other soaps? Thank you. Give Kat a new mask. He can knock her back out. I hate to say I agree, though. I hate to say I agree. The soaps love incest. We've seen adopted brothers and sisters get together on Bold and the Beautiful. I think I do remember that. Aunts sleeping with their nephews on General Hospital. It happens. It absolutely does. Can you hear me now, Elaine?
I can. I'm sorry.
Okay, there you go. Hey, Chandra. Oh, okay. So you watching your Bears game. I get it. Ooh. Welcome, Elaine. Welcome. Thank you for stopping through.
Thank you too. We miss you so much. So
you know I missed y'all. And look, you know the people miss you.
Hearing you talk. So
Harold said, and look, it's so crazy. And another reason I needed you, girl. I think I'm about to be. Let me not put it in the universe, but I'm over here drinking tea as we speak. I'm not on my usual wine because seasonal allergies. Hey, Erica. I literally gave you a whole shout out at the beginning of this recap. So if you get a chance to watch the replay, go back. And I talked about how we were in a chat with on TikTok on Saturday with Allison. And Thank you so much. I really appreciate your shout out and kind of put me on her radar. I really appreciate it, boo. Yes, please hit the like. But look at Princess on her job as a moderator, okay? I love it. Okay, so any thoughts on that first opening scene, Elaine? I'm sorry.
So I was so excited to get back to regular scheduled program, just after having a week off. I think, we so missed the show. And so, I'm on Twitter and we're all on Twitter. And so we were so excited. We were 30 minutes before the show and going, I can't wait. And so the enthusiasm for the show, I've never experienced anything like it. So when it came on, my job actually called for me to be in a Zoom meeting. And I was like, are you serious? And so because I have my husband engaged in it, he's in the room screaming and yelling at scenes. And I'm like, okay, I got to go, guys. Give me a minute. And I go in the room. And I'm like, what happened? And so it was an absolute mess. But this show was so exciting. I watched it 2 times. I watched it here, and then we have some sort of hookup where I could watch Las Vegas TV. And so behind. And so I watched it an hour later as if it was the beginning. And so it was so exciting. I was waiting with the family for word. I felt like I was in the circle. I was
funny. We need to put Photoshop you into the middle.
I feel like I was in the prayer circle. Right? I was in the hallway of the Dupree Mansion. I was everywhere. It was so exciting. And so I don't know how they created this enthusiasm or what have you, but I mean, it's just so exciting to be a part of this sort of world that we are now in, this BTG world.
I agree with you. I will say that even though I hated the week break, to your point, the way literally over the weekend, people were just like, oh my God, I can't wait. Counting down until Monday. out, like literally just holding on by a thread, waiting for this show to come back on. I said, "Oh, they got lightning in a bottle. They got lightning in a bottle." And so, in a way, I think the break was actually smart,
Right.
because yes, everybody was sitting there waiting.
And I think everybody, they explained what the break was for. So for people who
Right.
don't know what the break was for, maybe we should explain what the break was for. If you know.
Oh yes. So the break was for basically how they explained it is because they were supposed to have, I think they were up to 200 episodes, or they had to do 200 episodes, and unfortunately that's not going to get them out to where they need to be to finish out the year. So they have to, and this is not going to be the only break, because as we know, we're only on what, episode 124 now, and they're already filming. I think they film Christmas. I feel like they were filming Christmas.
Christmas was the end of the
last month. So they're probably already working on starting season 2 now.
Right.
Yeah. But that's why. So don't be surprised. Don't be upset. Don't be, disappointed if you be like, why is, Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful still going and they have a break? Because of course, this is new. They didn't think that they were going to have the hype, or even if it was going to be on this long. I don't think they ordered that many. And so, yeah, they got to stretch it out until the end of the new year. And so clearly, like I said, 124. And then if you think about Thanksgiving break, that means we're going to probably have a lot more breaks before the end of the year.
Well, we already had 2-week breaks. We had the sports breaks, and then we had a week for July 4th, and then we have a week now. And so they are 38 episodes behind where everyone else is. And so we may very well get another week break, but it could be a day here because of a special interruption or a sports event or whatever. But it's not because, they have it in for the soap. It's because everybody else has filmed 238 episodes. And
that's just what Harold said in the chat.
And they already know that Beyond the Gates has 200. And so they're 38 episodes behind where everyone else is if they're going to be in line with season 1 and season 2. So, it's a relief to know that, oh my goodness, this isn't orchestrated and they're not trying to do something to the soap. It's just helpful to know why this is happening.
Yes, I agree. And thank you for making me go into that, because I absolutely, we know, because we talk, you know what I mean? We go in depth, but to your point, to let the people that might really be confused as to why this is happening. So, all right, let's go over to, we're going to jump over to Chelsea out here fighting for her life, right? With a good old Allison. And yeah, y'all, I mean, really, they start tussling and she gets the chain around her neck. And I was like, go Chelsea, get it.
Right.
But then I felt bad for her because I saw the trauma. I mean, she was going to be traumatized regardless, right? Like, we realized, she has PTSD at this point. Right. However, I felt bad because when she was like, I didn't know how far I was going to take it and how far I was like, however far you needed to take it to make sure you walk up out that mouth. That's what you going to do. And so I just found that to be interesting, but obviously she does overpower her. Jacob comes into the and saves the day. Deputy Do-Good was out here doing good, y'all.
Hello, finally.
For once, I was so happy. I said thank you. And I actually, it was Naomi that was getting on my nerves a little bit this episode till the end, because she was like, I don't understand, why hasn't Jacob called back yet? Girl. Stop. Just chill out, okay? Now, like I said, we ain't gonna be up here too long because this is just one episode. So I guess pretty much outside of Chelsea getting rescued and her coming home, we see Danny and Bill, right? And Haley sitting there looking in the background, all sad face, because she's insecure and feels like her husband, she gonna lose him how she got him.
Hello.
And I honestly, she irritates me because I feel like, and I think we've talked about this before, it's the naivety. Okay. And the fact that she's like, and why don't you guys like me? I don't understand. Bill, why can't I go see Chelsea with you? And I love, love, love when Bill said, I'm gonna go see my daughter by myself. This is our time and you are not involved. And she couldn't do nothing.
That's
And
right.
I'm here for it.
I was too, because she deserved it.
Mm-hmm. Because she keeps
okay. So I had this very conversation with my husband. Bill has to have a seat at the table because she's his daughter.
right.
But you are always the person that came in, manipulated, whatever, to get my father. And so I don't care what the circumstances are, who's in danger, whatever. The feelings for you is always going to be the feelings for you, because my father is her father.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way they feel about Bill is it's always gonna be different, because he's always gonna go for his daughter, and he was a part of the family. And so I think what we're seeing is him missing the family, becoming another part of the family, and maybe him realizing what he's doing by bringing the antagonism of Haley to the family. So it'll be interesting to see how they move forward, especially given the fact that um um you know um the family isn't harping on him right now after it's
Mm-hmm.
over. Carla doesn't Carla, I'm saying her real name, but Danny doesn't like hang on to him. She goes, "Thank you very much," and walks away. I
Right.
like that. I love that. That she didn't go, "Oh, and does this mean anything?" She's not thinking it means anything right now at this moment. She just goes, "Thank you for being there," and walks away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we want Danny to stand strong. Even while he misses the family, because boo, I was something and you should miss me.
I think he does miss her. You know what? I think he missed what Danny represents. Like you said, Danny represents family, the family that even the father relationship with Vernon, Danny represents everything family for him. And that's why he has to stay connected to the Duprees, because it sounds like that's his family. Like that's, you know what I mean? We don't hear about him having any interaction with anybody else on his side. You heard me,
Right,
Lane? Oh,
right,
okay.
right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I want Danny to remain strong, but I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm here for Danny and Bill to, hook up or something. They ain't gotta
Yes,
get
I
remarried or nothing.
completely want them to hook up, but I like that Haley is getting some of her sort of just desserts in the moment. I love the scene with her and Naomi, because she's trying to get back in with Naomi, and I love that Naomi is not hearing.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
As
tomorrow.
angry as we are with Naomi, I love that Naomi's not here for her.
Oh, no, no, no. And that's why I said I could appreciate her at the end. Think about the box that Bill asked Haley to find. That was a wake-up call for Haley, because she thought she was helping Bill when actually this was for Danny. Bill's
Right,
concern was for his child's mother. Right.
right.
Yep. Xavier said Haley and Bill are both a pair of orphan Annies. Well, we don't know where Bill daddy at, but I think they should give him to us as much as they've started talking about him. Can we at least see a flashback scene of him and his dad?
And we don't know where Haley come from either, because I believe her and Sammy, whatever his name is related too.
Mm-hmm. I think that's supposed to be coming out or they said either it was the fall preview that I read today, or it's this week's thing of episodes. But I feel like they said we're gonna find out, like basically get Haley's background. It might have been the fall preview.
Right.
All right, y'all. So I love how basically we get to see Eva all upset with her daddy. Okay,
Woo, woo, woo,
because
woo,
of
woo,
her
woo,
mama.
woo, 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 woo.
Because of her mama. And I said, girl, if you, this is so misdirected. This is so misdirected.
Come
I think
on, princess. Come on, princess. Come on, princess.
I what princess say? I ain't even see it yet. But I think somebody saw it in the chat. I mean, said it earlier in the chat. Where is this energy for your mama? The one that put you out. Like, where is that? Okay. Because she was like, I can't believe you did this, and I told you to help me, but I didn't mean this, and that was so hurtful. And he was like, no, but your mother has been terrorizing this neighborhood. What are you talking about? When I tell you, if I was Ted, I'd be like, you know what? I feel like you a little ungrateful. And I would have walked out, and like I said, she would have been the whoever they staying, the Hyatt, the Hilton Garden, wherever they stay, Waldorf, I don't give a damn. They would have said, ma'am, they would came knock on the door, ma'am, your bill has not been paid and we need you to leave expeditiously. Okay.
She has not had any accountability, nor has her mother, for any of their actions. And so this is the spoiled attitude of the show. How dare you make my mother feel bad after she has tried to murder someone and and humiliate Nicole at the country club and blame the Duprees for all of her ills and wills and go into their house. She just went to their house last week to tease them about their grandchild being kidnapped. And so now she has been tricked into believing that she will have someone's home that she doesn't deserve, and that's the worst case in the whole world. I'm sorry. I never had it for Eva. I don't have it for Eva. And this is exactly what the two of them get. And Ted deserves this vitriol from his secret daughter who he's devoted the last 3 months to.
Can I tell you, I was just here and I piggyback off of everything you said because you know we ain't never seen it for Eva. Mm-hmm. Now, Ted giving Pick Six the business was everything for me. He was like, oh, so you thought because you got a one up on Nicole, you did something. And I was like, yes, Ted, yes.
Yes, finally.
I was like, yes, deliver the blow. And I understand where Eva was coming from. You didn't have to do that. But no, the same, because your mama didn't have to do that. And I love when Ted said, you could have called at any moment and told me about Eva. And that's not what you chose to do. And I said, you better hold her to task.
Right.
I swear. Look, Teresa, Cleo said that was chef's kiss. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? I loved every bit of it. And I said that's what needed to happen because it was absolutely insane how she just thought she was really doing something. And then I love the moment where she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. You betrayed me. And I just want to feel like I belong to something and somebody. Girl, we got nothing for you. Nothing.
Right.
And I even love how Nicole played in her face.
Right. Oh, I love Nicole getting her just desserts because we've seen her beat Nicole at every turn and through trickery, right? So she's insulted Nicole, she's insulted their mother. And so I loved that Nicole was in her place and as peaceful as she was and got to get her back in who Nicole's character is. She didn't have to choke her. She didn't get her back in the way that Leslie will want her to get back at. Mm-hmm. She got her back in Nicole's way. I'm calm, I'm collected. This house is mine, boo. You could never have received it.
I love Marissa said, I'm somebody. No, you're just a scamming asshole. Right. Now, I will say, I love when, even though I don't love it, but when Leslie said to Ted and she goes, oh, she was just more hurt that he let Nicole be the one to deliver. I said, well, that's how you understand. So it ain't fine when the rabbit got the gun. That's what you said. That's what you saying right now.
Right, you humiliated Nicole in front of the whole country club. And you've been doing so since then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've been showing this whole time, and now you mad because, and I ain't even, like you said, I ain't even stooped down to your level. I ain't even look. Nicole tore her up with that one. Leslie's face cracked into 1,000 pieces when she
I
said her
can't
name
believe he did this to me in front of her. Like she couldn't even hold it together.
Right. She was breaking, and I said, Harold, look, I got the shot because I loved it. I loved it. Ooh. I was like, oh yeah, that's what you get. Egg on your face. And I loved every minute of it. I felt like, it was well deserved. She got her, and I didn't feel no ways tired. As Funky would say, I didn't feel no ways tired. Yolanda said, absolutely, Leslie is truly insane. And so, yeah, we know that they get I mean, I think we talked about that, but they get Allison, they haul her off to jail. And I'd be interested to see, are they going to try to play this marriage thing, even though nobody was there? Are they going to try to make that a thing? Because I hope they don't try to do that.
Something is going to come up because in a coming attraction, they have them going, what have we done? I don't know if it's going to be Kat's machinations or if it's going to be that they encouraged her to play along. I did like the fact that she told Kat and Madison right away, I had to marry her to keep it going because it's not a secret. Right. I hate when people go, oh, I gotta keep it a secret, and then the secret is the thing that kills them because they didn't tell when it was not a big deal for them to tell. So I do like the fact that she said it. And I'm hoping that won't become it. But it's gonna either be that or Kat's machinations because yes. So can we talk about the fact that Kat finally got someone to acknowledge that she did a good thing, which was her grandmother?
Right. Yes. I absolutely love that. I was like, yes, my girl finally got her flowers because I gave her the business last week.
No one else gives her flowers.
I agree. Yes. Kat came, saved the day. She was right. Thank God for her. Cause it was about to go down at the Crazy Cabin Cottage, and it might not have been Chelsea. It might have been poor little Allison and her crazy eyes. But but you know what's so funny? The way that they ended the episode with her hugging Madison. I don't know. I don't know why. Something in me said, I think that girl got in her head. And I know that sounds crazy, but do you know what I mean? Like, I think somehow she's gonna
I think so too. I think you have a point.
It's gonna be something weird, but she's gonna have, I don't know, maybe some like
feel like getting her like she got at her. Because Chelsea didn't want to see her like that to begin with. So this is my problem with the Duprees. The Duprees aren't cutthroat. They're like, we should do the right thing for the right thing's sake. Oh, you killed you murdered someone in defense of your grandfather, but it's always in the course of good, right? Even though Deputy Dogood don't think they good, but it's always in the favor of the good. And let's do this because it's good. The other side doesn't care about what's good or not.
I agree with you. They're on this whole we go high, and I'd be like, no, go sit in the devil's lap. That's how I feel. Like for real. You heard me? Oh, I think I lost it, y'all. But yeah, no. So I'm very much. Oh, there she go. Yes, you heard what I said? Oh no, you good.
My connection cut out for a minute.
But no, did you hear the last thing I said?
Yes.
Yeah, they I would be sitting in the devil's lap going high. That's the problem. That is exactly the problem. They need to get down to everybody else's level.
Right. And I think they often are like, oh, just like Anita. Leslie's wrong, but I feel responsible for Barbara. And
Mhm.
so you allow Leslie to come over, berate you 2 and 3 times, buy a house. You don't want to fight very hard because I did do this. And so why are we supposed to believe the Duprees mean anything?
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. No, because if y'all supposed to be such this powerful family, why do we? I mean, outside of and calling in favors, when do we actually get to see y'all be powerful?
Right.
So I agree with that part. I do. Um, this episode has me crying, crying, crying in a good way or a bad way, Jonda. You let
Right.
me know. Um, Princess said, "You go low, I go to hell." That's right. That's absolutely right. And so yeah, y'all, anything else y'all want to touch on in this episode? I will say I did see in the fall preview as well. They hinted to what I told y'all. We're gonna end up having a show full of cheaters and scammers. Um, apparently they keep hinting to whatchamacallit, Vernita having some type of affair.
But they don't say affair. They say they have issues.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that. I know. Look,
And
I
so they
get.
don't say affair. And I've also seen an interview with um one of the directors of the show, and he says that it has more to do with the fact that um Anita is back in touch with her old group mates, and they all gotta get to know each other again. And that includes um Vernon getting to know her bandmates. And so I think that people have been trying to force the issue of him having been already involved with someone, but I think it's going to be more of Tracy and Sharon have a crush on him.
Oh, we peeped that. We peeped
And
that.
I think we peeped that, but I think other people have thought it had to do with something that happened in the past, and I think what it's really going to have to do with is them having flirting with him and going after him now,
Mm.
which after all this time, no, I don't think Anita thinks it's a problem, but I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna pay attention either. And so I don't know, I don't want him to be a cheater, but I'm fine with somebody going after him and Anita having to check them in real time, and him being attracted to somebody but not going any further, right? I mean,
Right.
attraction is attraction, but to say that he did something 20 years ago, and he's the one that's standing up to all of his cheating son-in-laws, it doesn't sit right. But to say that he could be tempted, absolutely, especially now after all these years of marriage and all this trouble.
Marissa said, "Them people are old, girl." I ain't even go. Marissa, if you had been watching me from the beginning, I had already thought that maybe Miss Anita and Elon had something going when in the beginning when we first met him, girl, because that milk dud. Woo. Xavier said Tracy has a crush and Sharon has a crush on Anita's life. I absolutely
Yeah,
agree.
right.
Yeah. But
I,
no, so it'll be interesting. I get what you're saying, but I hope that it's not an affair. Like I said, I don't want to see that. We already know the Eva Tomas or Nomas situation is gonna come to a head. Which I'm okay with that. And then obviously we know we're getting a new brother, Jacob's brother, Isaiah, on here, which I'm all for him, helping Cat out, if y'all know what I'm saying.
Pat
Okay.
needs a love interest.
She does. She does. She
Ooh,
absolutely
yeah.
needs. What do you think is gonna happen with Chelsea and Madison?
I know people are suspicious of Madison. I like Chelsea and Madison, and I'm not all gung ho on the whole thing, but I I think they're an attractive couple. She's smart. She's a doctor. Chelsea's not. as undingy as we would like her to be. She is a dingy twit. And so her being with a doctor, a neurosurgeon, I'm like, okay, let's go with that because I'm not suspicious of Madison the neurosurgeon, but we're okay with um Chelsea.
Don't do my girl like that. Not too much on my girl.
I love Chelsea, but I mean, people going, I'm suspicious of that Madison. She's a neurosurgeon. Like,
Look,
okay.
Xavier said Chelsea is a dingbat. Y'all, look, we just saved her. Y'all can't do that. Y'all, look, as soon as she's safe, now y'all talking shit again. Y'all know y'all wrong.
Thank you for backing me up, Xavier.
Oh
Like,
no!
okay, am I
No,
the
if
only
anybody,
one who's like, whatever?
no, you know, I always said Chelsea ain't the smartest apple in the bunch. I've already said that. That's why I said her and Madison being together was hilarious. That's where I actually thought her and Allison did make a better couple.
Dingy and dingy.
Yeah, dingy and dingette. I
Somebody gotta
definitely.
bring me out of the mud though. Like, how we getting up if nobody ain't up? Like, one of us got to be up.
Y'all are terrible. They over here talking about Elon and Anita and how he gonna knock that wig off. See, this is why I can't let y'all go freely and speak freely, okay? Y'all are so, I gotta keep us in a direction because y'all be going left. Okay, there won't be a wedding with Chelsea and Madison because Chelsea has PTSD and she ain't trying to get married to nobody. I absolutely agree. I heard Danny and Andre get ready to take a trip. I wonder, can we actually see them go somewhere and not what we saw Bill and Haley do and Photoshop them in some pictures
Okay, gonna
in
go to
front of the
Puerto
Eiffel Tower?
Rico. So they gonna go to Puerto Rico. So you know they can turn his apartment into Puerto Rico.
Yes.
If he turned his apartment into Paris, he could certainly turn it into Puerto Rico.
Oh, y'all are so funny. Oh, you're right, Xavier. Thank you. See, that's why I love you, boo. You're right. I did read that they're going to film Bold and the Beautiful, so they'll be in LA.
But not
You're
all
right.
of them. I think Danny's gonna be on Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah. I think it's just gonna be Danny, but I think somehow they're going to incorporate because you know what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna make Danny get back in her now that Chelsea's safe. They're gonna remember she was supposed to be modeling again.
Yeah.
And Pam was trying. So I think they're gonna go into that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie D said, "What did Ted accomplish? Leslie isn't going to buy that particular house, but she still has her money, and she can still move in a Fairmont Crest. She was privately humiliated, not publicly." Good point, Ronnie D. I get what you're saying, but I think it was just if you've been with us for a while, Ronnie, and follow us on the Twitter and all the spaces, we were just getting upset as at least for me. I was tired of seeing her win. Okay, it's okay. You got you a little piece of money. You found out Barbara was your, mama. We still ain't got justice for Laura. It was just too many wins for her and Eva after they've completely come in and decimated these people's lives. So yes, for Nicole and Ted to have a little get back and a little ha ha ha. I'm sorry. Yeah, it might not have been, but I could appreciate it. I'm gonna admit it. I could appreciate it. But I get what you're saying, though. I absolutely get what you're saying. She embarrassed him publicly, and so they should have given her that same energy. Are Danny and Andre even a viable couple anymore? He literally chose Ashley over her. Well, Marissa,
yeah,
I don't know if you was around for my recap that I dropped the other day, but Andre is a pick me. Okay, let's just call a thing a thing. Andre wants at this point because he's decided he wants to be in love and he don't want to be a player no more. He's good with whoever will love him. Okay, that's it. Because Ashley and Danny are two totally different people, two totally different speeds, and that let me know that he just want to be in love so bad because he's never been, and he wants to be picked by anybody that'll pick him. Just my thoughts. Any thoughts on that, Elaine?
No, I actually agree with you. Although I was watching for other things, but I absolutely saw it when you pointed it out that he was like, no, me. Um, But I do think he thinks that this is bringing him closer to Danny. He thinks that. He's like, oh, I got it because I'm comforting her.
Right? Like, what man sits around and is like, let me pat you on the back and be there for you and hope that I can get some pee out of it. Like, I mean, I know men do it.
Him and Ted.
Him and Ted, right? But it's disgusting that you're preying on her vulnerability. Like, even when he was like, I know we not that serious right now. And Danny was like, I'm not about to have this conversation with you, Andre. I told you in many ways, and I don't know how many different languages, right. I don't want to be with nobody if they name ain't Bill Hamilton right now. So if you don't,
but what she says is different than so. What she did over the last week is I'm allowed to be around your family, which is something we never had. You were adamantly opposed to. They're okay with me being here, and I get to comfort you in public in your family setting. So I can certainly see how Andre goes, I'm at another level. Because I haven't been able to do this.
Oh, and that's what it was for me when he's trying to check Ted and tell him what he need to do. And I thought, why are we talking to someone who has no relationship experience whatsoever?
Oh, wait, why is Ted listening to him?
Because Ted is stupid as hell too. That's why. Ted, and you know what I said? I don't know if I said it in my recap. I might have, but I was thinking about it after. And I said, you know what it is? Ted is the same age mentally that Andre is supposed to be on screen.
Little neck Ted is. I agree. Little neck Ted is. I bought you flowers.
Right. I don't understand why you always be mad. Yeah.
But what about the flowers?
Right. Oh, well, and I love when Nicole was like, "Thank you, Ted. I appreciate you for doing that." And then you see how he was like, when she was like, you want to go to the hospital with me? Because, you know, Chelsea is your niece too. Oh, yeah. She had to make you think about it?
Yeah, you ain't been there all week. And he's like, yeah, I care. All of a sudden you care. You ain't said a word about Chelsea this whole time. And when they go to the hospital, you know, her mother goes, oh my goodness, Kat, you're impersonating a police officer. He's standing in the background like, oh, did you? Really?
He is just so hands off. To your point, Marissa, they want us to believe he's a doctor. I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you. I've met a lot of doctors with terrible bedside manner, and Ted definitely gives me that vibe. He gonna fix your face and then be like, recover. Whatever. Look, you paid for it. Ain't my problem how you recover. Okay.
The only thing I loved about this was his chosen daughter that he's chosen to devote the last 3 months to.
Oh, here we go.
Out of the hotel that he is paying for. Only for his wife to invite him to an event that he could praise his real daughter. No offense to Eva, but his first daughter. And he's standing in the background.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna piggyback off that. I wouldn't say no offense to Eva because I'm sure when I say this in the chat, it's gonna make y'all light up. We still don't know that that's his daughter for real. So I'm gonna call a thing a thing. And to your point, I've never liked how he's tried to force Eva down Kat's throat after everything that she's done to their family. Her and her mother have done to their family. And when we saw basically, and I mean, I think we talked about it already, but when we saw her and Leslie link up and, oh, let me be there for you. Let me run interference and let me be your fixer and go between with the Duprees. I was like, girl, have you not realized that you are on the wrong side of history? And you've been that way. And that's why people don't rock with you now. And that's why No Mas is the only person you have to talk to in town. Oh my God. I'm sorry. She irritated. Anybody out there who sees any inkling, please drop in the chat why you see it that way. I'm not saying that the girl is all wrong. Ted absolutely needs to be accountable. And I think we've done that with Ted. We've roasted Ted a new ass. Okay. But this one, y'all, I can't. I'll never see it for her. I'll never see it for her because I knew it from day one. I said, you can't. She's been under her control for too long to think that she's going to change. She is
Right.
her mother's child.
And she continues to say, I'm never going to turn my back on my mother. So, in her defense, Eva's being honest.
Right. And that's why I said I really don't see it for her. When she said, I'm never going to turn my back on her, you ain't got to be mean to her. But at the end of the day, you also ain't got to be sitting up here having dinner with her either and acting like she's cool when you see her terrorizing the Duprees.
Right. And you admit that you asked him to help her not move into the house across from them because you knew it would be to antagonize him. And then at the end of the show, they got her saying, you can move wherever you want. You could do whatever you want. I'm sorry. Didn't you tell your father she shouldn't move over there? So which one are you? You feel like she shouldn't do some things, or you feel like she can do whatever she wants? At the end, she was like, it was all Anita's fault. What are you talking about? You don't even know this woman.
Right. All of a sudden, because you looked up an internet article, now you feel so damn connected. You don't get it. I think y'all saw when I posted on Twitter, play in somebody else's face. Play in someone else's face, but you ain't gonna look. Ooh, princess, be nice. Be nice. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. And if one thing you're going to learn, Princess, is Xavier is going to troll. Okay. He said, I like Eva. She has a good spirit. And maybe if Catherine was a nice lady and dressed her age, Eva might consider not taking Tomas away from her. Oh, God. I love Xavier. He going to stir the pot. That's what he good for, though. I love it. Princess said, look, he about to get blind. She's so funny. But yeah, y'all. So that was pretty much this episode. I will come back and give y'all, an official recap. I just wanted to go live because I know we had a lot on our minds and hearts, and we've been missing for a week, and everybody was fired up about today's episode. And like I said, it was actually very smart. The break was perfect. Gave us time to be upset about the anniversary party, relive that, and then come back into this and Eva to remind us again why we won't trust her ass. Okay. So any closing remarks in the chat, or Elaine?
It was a good week to be off. I think we all relaxed a little bit.
Yeah.
But we were starting to miss the show and your show by Wednesday. And so I'm glad to have you back. It was good to hear you talk about other things. I even listened to some of your reviews, you and your sister, about shows that I don't even watch. I just wanted to hear your take because we were like, I was like suffering from withdrawal, I guess. Your attitude, your spirit, everything was just great. So I was just looking forward to hearing your take on the show today, and I'm looking forward for the rest of the week.
Oh, well, yes. Thank y'all. Thank you, Elaine, for always coming up here and supporting. And thank y'all so much for showing up in the chat and on Twitter and on the Facebook. We have 116 total people in the chat. So if y'all have not, please make sure y'all do us a favor and hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed already, go ahead and add to the subscribe account so y'all can come through, hit your notification bells. We're going to do a live to celebrate on Wednesday. And yeah, y'all, I just really appreciate the love and support. Y'all, you're the only reason I come up here, honestly, is so I can talk to y'all about everything beyond the gates because my sister don't care. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful week. And like I said, I'll see you for the live on Wednesday for the 2K celebration. And then members, I will see you on Friday night for the members only. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in last minute. And I will catch y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.